right now. Will you take any notes of,
Yeah,
yeah, anything that stands out to you?
been anticipating that I'll be writing vigorously in this call.
Great.
I'm prepared.
Sweet. I've been having a conversation with a woman who I think is in yours or Cody's network. Her name is Andrea Goldsmith or something like that.
Yeah.
And she started a project here on the island a few years ago called Cedar Song.
Hmm.
Do you know about it?
What I know about it is that she's wanting to leave.
Yeah, so it failed. It imploded or exploded. Yeah, she's been this great ally unknowingly, just in our messenger conversation, of something that is accurate to reality. And it's that, they had money problems, and so they're selling the property. But what she said is they have money problems and interpersonal problems. But if the interpersonal problems could be resolved, the money problems would likely not be a problem.
Yeah.
And this is the clarity that I got, um, is like that's where we're at. It is not like we know how to source land, we know how to source
Yeah.
money. We as a collective, it has nothing to do with Melissa, because
Yeah.
like I've been in different community projects where people have owned the land, people are building houses, even people are renting the land. Like that's never the issue. It's always the how do people work together. And I had this message in me for months to send because I'm fucking pissed off and pissed off about the days that I spend in this house where I live alone with my kids just to like survive, like just to make it through the day. And I get to bed at night shaking because it's so much. It's like an insane amount of roles for one human to take for children. Like it's fucking crazy making. It's so insane. Yeah, so I had this message in me, like I'm ready. I'm ready to move on to the next community project. But I have this resistance. Like I don't want to live with people. I don't have it in me like, oh, the solution is let's live together. And so the clarity I got is like, oh yeah, let's start practicing now. Let's start from the beginning. Let's can we even say hello? Like I've had nearly 40 conversations with people since I sent the message out about 2 weeks ago. And I would say close to half of them just cannot even say hello. In a written message, cannot just say hello. And I was like, well, this is so clear. Like there's nothing in me that wants to try to live with you, or like I don't know, just I'm interested in working with people who want to work with people. And
Yeah. You're
something like,
interested in working with people who want to work with people.
yeah, and collectively we are lacking so many skills at being together. So then I was like, oh, this is where we are. This is where we start. Let's go. Like I have such a yes for that. That lights me up to work with a refined group of people who are interested in practicing and finding ways of making decisions together, practicing and finding ways of having being pissed off at each other and what to do about it, having practices and ways of mm, like engaging with each other, saying hello. And yeah, this like yeah, I'm scared it's fantasy, but it's like what I want, this way of being in life together. All the ups and downs, and I don't need it to be forever. Like I used to live in this fantasy, like with the collective here in Souk, like, yay, we're gonna live here and raise our children here and be here till they're grown. And it was a year, less than a year, and it's just I don't have that anymore.
Mm.
It because it's not discovered yet. Like people, me, I don't know how to live with people. So I'd be fooling myself if I was like, yeah, let's do this and let's do it forever.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where this like 1 year commitment comes from. It's like 1 year is enough time to make it hot, but then after that, maybe I change my mind. Maybe someone changes their mind. Maybe not. Maybe it goes to the next evolution. Maybe like yeah, so I'm not interested in this fantasy. We're gonna live together and my problems will be fixed and your problems will be fixed and that's that. So right now there's uh this WhatsApp group and the necessity to send a message. Judy, I'm in a call right now. Yeah, your dad is there, love. Thank you.
Hi, Jen.
He delivered a coffee bean. Oh my goodness.
Things that I feel so much joy hearing you own that you don't yet know how to live with people, and that you've had this fantasy that it can, somehow just happen, and I don't know what your fantasy was, like if we just, if we just live together, maybe something like that.
Mhm.
And I hear you saying this thing about wanting to work with people who want to work with people, but also who I would think it's they also own that they don't know how yet, or
Mhm.
that maybe they have some skills and some tools, but when it comes to it, and they're like you are pointing the finger at themselves, like I need to learn, not you and you and you need to learn, but I need to learn. I want to learn, and I want to learn with you because you also want to learn. You also own that you this would be working the edge together, each of us working the edge together
Yeah.
of how to collaboratively communicate so that we can make proposals, so that we can be honest about when I'm pissed off with you or you're pissed off with me, and have it be a hot space.
Yeah. And one more after so that is so that we can create. Like it's
Yes.
about being in life being it's about being fucking alive.
Yeah.
And so this is where the lab brought a lot more clarity, and this is where I'm at those two maps that I sent you, is that mm, when the value of the community or even the individual, when my value is safety or survival, then I will be creating certain things. When
Yeah.
I change that value, different, I will therefore by consequence be creating different things. Yeah.
I got I had an experience yesterday speaking with a woman who's very interested in community living. She's participated in a lot of projects. She's an edge worker, super creative, super big hearted, genius woman. And she was trying to make a case for Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the need for psychological safety, that people need psychological safety. And and I it was my first experiment kind of bringing distinction about that psychological safety. If somebody's waiting for other people to provide psychological safety, they're going to be waiting forever,
Mm.
because psychological safety is an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought of this project, and I thought, like, how to communicate that part. I mean, in a way, this is the filter that would sort people in or out. if
Mm-hmm.
if they're like, no, it's not an inside job, it's not something I need to transform into, it's something that the people around me need to provide. Like, it's like this adult child, this grown up
Yeah.
child who's still waiting for the parents, the teachers, the coaches to provide them psychological safety.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really scared about that.
Hmm. Yeah, one way that that's come out in multiple chats is like some version of the world sucks, or shit's so expensive, or it's crazy out there,
Yeah.
or the, the government's fucked, or
Yeah, that was this woman's one was the 2% have 90% of the world's wealth, and so
yeah.
it can never be I no one can ever be okay or something like that.
Yeah, so if that's the driver towards community, then this is not the space. It's the cool part about starting before starting.
Yes. Oh yes.
Starting
It's like
before having
sort
a
people
house.
in or out,
Yeah,
like honestly,
yeah,
without it, like the the game is not to convince people to join.
exactly.
That's not it at all.
Exactly. Yeah,
And the
you
game
got
is
it.
not to convince people that we're the people they should come and try living with.
Yeah, so what is the game?
Yeah.
That's the question on the table. And so far, what I have is the game is learning, practicing, and already starting to use the skills of how to work together, be together, and live together. And really that like the very first step looks like saying hello.
Yeah.
It looks like just negotiating intimacy. It looks like saying no or fuck off or I don't want to talk to you without all the residue. It looks like where do you go to take care of your own shit? You know,
Yeah.
I want to speak about one more part. And yeah, the biggest question I have for this community creation right now is what is the value at the center? What does what, you know, I'm holding space for a group of people to come together to start relating and collaborating and being together and even working together with the purpose of living together on a land for a 1 year commitment. What is the value at the center of this? Because it is not, let's be safe. It is not, we'll live together and then everything will be okay. So, what is it? Mm, yeah, like the biggest thing that keeps coming up is like being able to say hello, something like that. Like, mm,
What is the value that empowers being able to say hello?
relating, authenticity, like, like being. Will you repeat the question again?
What is the value that empowers being able to say hello?
Yeah, relating. When two people value relating, then certain things would happen, like practices of saying hello, being in five bodies, getting their shit out of the way. Yeah. It's like all sorts of things would have to exist then, like each piece, for example.
Something I get about it is I think it's also it might be that and it might be something more than that because or I just think of so many who people who's well maybe they say connection
Yeah,
but without relating it's like they want to be
yeah,
around people they want to be connected to people but they're not
yeah.
yeah it's without the adult hello.
Being in the present, mm, feeling. Yeah, it's like saying hello while being in the present moment. That's it. It's a pinnacle hello. So it's while feeling versus habitual. So it's yeah, habits are not valued. Being present, being in the present moment is valued, and then practices to have that be so is valued.
Mm.
Um, yeah, sourcing and creating is fucking valued. And even can you do that with another person ongoingly moment to moment, not this big like let's start a business, but just like right here, right now, can you source and create? Wow. Yeah, because living with people like that, I'm fucking turned on. People
Yeah.
who even understand that or want that or are
Yeah.
weird like that.
Yeah.
Like,
What comes to me is how often in any shared living scenario there's inevitably like one of the most common conflicts is about unwashed dishes.
uh-huh.
And so even to the radicality of relating so that the dishes get washed
Hmm.
without it becoming
Yeah, so the value is not washing dishes, though. The value is
yeah
collaboration. The
yeah
value is
yeah
teamship.
collaborative. I would say maybe it's collaborative communication.
Yes. Yes, and collaboration itself, like who holds space for it? Who holds space for the decision about how it goes?
Which requires collaborative communication. I mean,
Hmm.
someone can slide into holding space for something. This happens a lot
Hmm.
where they don't even maybe consciously choose to hold space for something,
Yeah.
but they end up holding the space because partly because some, I mean, for me, I know that's a survival strategy,
Hmm.
is to make myself the responsible one, which
Hmm.
is slightly different than holding space, but it can look the same, at least at first.
And then you drop the collaborative communication would be my
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so they go hand in hand.
yeah,
Yeah, and remembering one of our biggest like mm, causes of like I don't know, this kind of friction, interpersonal friction at the collective was something like mm, people always talking to me and I'm not always available for conversation. And what do we do about that? Like I remember sitting in circle a couple of times about building a system with I don't know what it was, a pin or a hat. Like if you're wearing this pin, nobody can talk to you and stuff like that. So what this is getting me to is the value is that each one takes care of himself.
yeah,
Like the yeah, in this community project, the value is that there's like I don't know, it's like a conscious assumption or context that each person is an adult and that an adult has certain capacities like being able to say no, being able to ask for what they want, being able to take care of themselves in those ways, um, being able to take care of their own shit, their own emotional stuff, for example. Yeah, so it's like the value of growing up, like growing even
yeah,
more into being an adult that can take responsibility for themselves and then for more than themselves, that they can start to turn on outward toward the community and even bigger. Fuck yes. I want that
yeah.
for
I wrote
me.
down like growing into authentic adulthood.
Yes.
Mm, yeah, I think it comes. I see it so often in uh, this phrase that I see and hear and speak a lot is this: nobody can do that for you, and nobody can stop you from doing that. Like
Hmm.
really, nobody can make it so that someone doesn't talk to you for you.
Hmm.
And it sounds
Hmm.
like they were trying to do that. They were trying to
Yeah, exactly.
like make the responsibility for not being talked to right now
Yeah.
be everybody else's responsibility rather than it coming from a person who can say I'm not available for this conversation right now,
Yeah.
catch me later, you know.
Yeah.
And
So the community values creating, which is not this like creative, let's do art, but it's
yeah,
more like we're in it and then how does one source while being in it? And not from a victim, but from what you want. Yeah, the creating comes from like an authentic what you want versus There's so many people that come here all the time, so I have to find a way to make a system so people don't talk to me when I don't want them to talk to me, versus, mm, yeah, the community values that you have impulses and you create from your impulses. And but it's distinct. It's like if you're a victim of something, you're actually not creating. Like you're just trying to repeat
Well,
something. You're just trying to
yeah,
protect yourself from something.
yeah. And I mean, it could be said that that is a form of creating. Like if I'm
Yeah,
creating,
but it's not authentic creating because it fucking already exists. Like there's like what is it? Like the whole consent wheel. Like there's whole modalities against ask me my permission before you speak to me. So like
yeah,
it's not actually creating. It's just recreating. It's just doing the same fucking thing again with a slightly different shade of color. And it's I'm not turned on about that.
yeah,
Like I don't want to make a a garden together like the garden I have in my backyard, except it's a bit bigger with different plants. Like I fucking like I want a fucking revolution. Like right now in this house with this garden with these people. And if anybody is committed to mm, any amount of protecting, it just will not happen.
yeah,
If anyone is committed to any part of a like somebody's against me story or I'm a victim in any fucking way, it just won't happen. It will just be the same thing repeated. That's just what is. Like it's not bad. It's just what fucking is. And that's not what I want. Like I want to touch on the fucking potential.
yeah.
It's fucking massive. Like what the fuck? Why am I stuck with other people touching on recreating the same fucking shit when the potential is enormous?
Mm,
What the fuck? What is that value even? It's like valuing life. It's
yeah.
valuing fucking the reality that life is a high playground of potential and possibility. How the fuck do I communicate that to people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because whatever that value is, that's what the value is. Experimenting, that's at the
Yeah.
center of this community. That is
Yeah.
valued.
And what I'm
Looking
hearing,
fucking bad and making a mess is valued. But engaging with it and cleaning up after it and letting the mess be the gold is fucking valued.
so I'm hearing experimenting, I'm hearing engaging, I'm hearing aliveness. And
Yes.
I've been noticing the difference between valuing life and valuing aliveness.
Yes.
In valuing aliveness, there seems to be more room for things to die. Because
Yes.
if death, what comes after death? Life. And it might be more aliveness than what was alive before that death.
Yes. Yes. More chaos.
Yeah. I feel a little bit scared about what you said about repeating things because I think that some things still get repeated and it's not bad.
Yes.
It's part of uh it's part of
Yes.
experimenting and inventing
Yes.
to
Of
riff off
course.
what has worked.
Of course. And this project is a vessel for doing the impossible. That's
Yeah.
really what it is. It's for making something exist that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
I've had so many fucking conversations with people that are like either living the hell of living in community right now here on the island close to me, or living the hell of the aftermath of living in community.
Yeah.
And like really this project is about doing something fucking possible. So if there is not this like radical commitment to doing something different. Like if everything that is experimented with does not have this purpose of like being dangerous, then that like man, we're against some pretty real odds.
Yeah.
In me, I am against the odds of 40 years of doing the same shit is valued. It's good. It's great. I will be praised for it. I will be safe for it. It will work and I will get to live and have what I have. So it's like this project has is it's got such a mass that wants to push it towards something where the potential does not get touched at all, not even 1 fucking %.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I say this and I see Oli and I'm like, what the fuck am I leaving her with? What is the point of doing that for a fucking eighth time, ninth time? Like I don't want that. That for me, I will not engage with this community. That's not what I'm holding space for. That's not what I'm holding space for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it yes, no wrong, no bad, no right, no good. And what's at the center is I'm holding space for a vessel to exist that has the purpose of touching on the potential of humans, of us here living together. Yeah, that's it. And it's dangerous and it's unknown and it's scary. And if things are repeating, this is feedback that it is not touching the potential.
Mm.
That's all. It's not good, it's not bad. It's just feedback that the vessel is not pointed towards the potential. So what needs to shift? Yeah. Yeah. This is why, it can't be forever. Really has to be dangerous. Anyone who's looking for a place to retire or relax or like this is not it.
Yeah.
This is such a turn on space. Like if when we get to the point of living together for a year, you will not be the same person after it.
Mm.
That's it. There's no, I'm going to relax here for the rest of my life. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another group of people that I didn't invite to the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's multiple conversations like that too.
I love what you're saying. It's just feeding my archetypal body. And and I think, I like really when you said experimenting and aliveness and
Yeah.
orienting away from safety. Uh, and yet there's a weird way where when I'm sourcing my own safety by having my own authority and having access to my anger for my boundaries and for my clarity, it reminds me of this picture I saw once. It was a man and a woman in a dance position, and it said something like, and it sounds a little paradoxical to what you're saying, but it said, let's build so much safety between us that we can be dangerous together.
Mm-hmm.
And there is like it's like when the safety isn't, yeah, it's funny. It's like somehow when the safety's on the outside, there's
Mm-hmm.
space to be dangerous. There's space to make mistakes. There's space for mess to happen. And and this commitment, maybe it is commitment. Maybe it's not safety, maybe it's commitment. Like somehow the word devotion comes,
Mm-hmm.
which for me has a little bit of a different flavor than commitment. It's like when I think about relational spaces where I'm devoted to my own expansion and transformation and to the expansion and transformation of the other person. And maybe that's part of the value is expansion and transformation. And something like the safety is in, or the semblance of safety, maybe there's another word for it, is in this radical reliance on the death and resurrection show.
Okay.
Like, if I blow this up, by being honest and by not knowing what else to do than what I can do.
Hmm. It sounds like you're describing the adult ego state, like that this kind of safety. It happens when I can take care of myself no matter what.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes that
When,
means like, yeah, after it explodes, I can take care of myself. But it also means just when I'm with someone, I can say no or stop, or I can even say, I love you, I want you,
yeah.
like that this I create, or even like for me in my adult ego state, it would look like I have a space where I can make a cup of coffee in the morning, and it's not uh, a kind of a place where anybody, like it's not a shared space. It's where I can have my own coffee making spot. That would be a way of me taking care of myself. That would be a way of creating this kind of safety, but it's not inherently safe. I just get the consequence of like I'm taking care of myself. I'm being real with myself, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if I say, I every Sunday afternoon I feed my gremlin and I go wild, and that's what I do. And you may have your reaction about it, and other people I live with have their reaction about it, but this is me creating what I want and what takes care of me. So when I hear you with the safety part, this is kind of how it's landing, is like being in the adult ego state. Because the word safety itself, it has certain implications. It
Yeah. It's
and
slippery.
and and what it does is it like pulls away from the inherent reality of being alive,
Yeah.
which is that it is not safe at any moment.
Oh, yeah. None of us get out alive.
Right. So
And,
and
and,
in the child ego state, that is unfathomable. Like
yeah.
that cannot be so. But in the adult ego state, that's not a problem. That's just what is. It's
Yeah.
where source happens. Like
In
it's
fact, it's
okay.
inspiration
Right,
to,
exactly.
to go, to create, to be alive
Right,
while I have the chance.
right.
This is my life. I'm
Yeah.
having it now. And yeah, this, I mean, I think really all of this that we've talked about are aspects of a codex.
Hmm.
And I love the template that I've been using for the last few codices I've written for different game worlds, different projects. And especially this part where, the assumptions we make, these are the assumptions of the space. And they're like shared conscious assumptions. And yeah, to discover what those are, that
Hmm.
that as a kind of reference point to when other assumptions are being made that are not those assumptions, that run counter to those assumptions.
Hmm. And listening to you, and it's landing in me like it's messy work.
Yes.
I don't need to have it all figured out, and what I do need to have is me.
Yeah.
Like keep being clear. So clear that I'm holding space for it, clear about what I'm feeling, clear about, yeah, just like keep rolling with the inner resources to be with the mess and create.
Oh, I just got that maybe instead of safety, it's something like radical reliance on,
Yeah,
my own authority, my four feelings,
yeah,
my grounding cord, the Earth's coincidence control office, your
yeah,
archetypal lineage, my archetypal lineage.
yeah.
This beautiful thing that I've heard
Mm.
in a few calls lately, this you know, where people come together to create, a force bigger than themselves takes over, and it speaks to
Yeah.
this like synergy that happens when people come together with this devotion, with this commitment. And we haven't said this word, it's like regeneration.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
regeneration isn't recreation. Like
Yes.
recreation is like, oh, you know, you take time off so that you can get back to work doing the same thing.
So what is regeneration?
Regeneration is like, it's got this next thing to it, but it's a next generation. It's the it's the next thing after the thing that is on its way out. It's like,
Hmm.
it's like creation in an evolutionary direction into this direction of what hasn't existed yet.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
you know, in a lot of ways it's also about bringing life back to spaces that have died, that have become dead for some reason. Like, you know, the regeneration of a parking lot. It's like, you know, paradise gets to exist again, but in a next form of it.
Hmm.
It's not taking it back to the paradise
So
that
what
used to
about in
exist.
a community living project? What does regeneration look like? I only have 5 more minutes and then
Okay,
call Nicole and then
thank
we'll
you.
go.
It would be to regenerate the parts of each of us who that have become dead.
Hmm.
It would
So
be,
what does regenerate mean? Like bring alive something that's dead?
yeah, like I think about it for, it makes sense to me to think in terms of regenerating my nervous system. It's like I didn't get to grow up to have an authentic adult archetypal nervous system because it took so many hits over and over and didn't get a chance to
Hmm.
recover and then grow beyond that level of development. So I'm still regenerating my nervous system. And when it comes to relational spaces, if 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 say intimacy is killed by one or both of us in a relational space, the regenerative force would be about cleaning up that mess so that now something can exist that wouldn't have been able to exist if we hadn't had the mess in the
Hmm.
first place, if we hadn't killed intimacy in the first place.
As I'm listening to it, it's clear that generate has this like linear but always increasing kind of line. Like generate money, generate
Yeah, and it can also be like,
income.
you know, it, generation over here becomes possible because crash and burn happened.
For regeneration.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear it and I don't fully have it in me what the regeneration is. And it's like the experience. I don't have the experience like fully in my bodies about it.
yeah. I'm guessing you have experiences to draw from to build more clarity about it because you have gone through death and resurrection yourself.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And still, it's not fully landing. Yeah, and it's the question at the center of the community. What is regeneration and how is this project aligned with regeneration? Because if each one of us goes out to work to bring money in to pay rent, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's what is that regenerating? It's generating the money system. It's generating landlords. It's not really regenerative. But again, it's not fully landed in me.
when
So
you
it's a
said that,
question that right now I live in. Yeah,
yeah,
and I'll walk with it today.
maybe this is the central value, is living in
Regeneration.
questions.
Yeah, that's definitely valued. Working in the unknown. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
holding
Yeah, working at
questions.
the
This
edge.
is where the experimenting comes from. This is where the unknown, this is where the,
Yeah, yeah. It's like the potential and the unknown are pretty big values.
yeah, thank you.
Cool. I've discovered things I didn't know half an hour ago. So thank you for this call.
Ah, thank you. Thank you for going with this. this impulse, this with what you want. And I'm with you. It's so delicious to me to have had you go with it, and right beside you, or whatever the proximate term is.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll see you in
Let's
another
talk soon.
space soon, I trust.
Yeah, bye for now.